Is there sound now? Ha- Oh, I wonder. Hi, by the way, everybody. If you didn't hear me a while ago, it's because I'm working on my new setup, getting things going, and I may or may not have made a big mistake. I was just trying to put myself in the background because I'm not quite ready. I'm not quite ready. So, you guys didn't get to hear everything that I just said. I apologize. Do I sound okay? Hi, everybody. Let's get back to drawing. Can you still hear me even though I have the solo mode going? Like, am I coming through okay? Boy, that's embarrassing every time that happens, but that's okay. It's okay. Sound is good? Okay. Well, I was saying hello to everybody, like Andy and Emily, the forgotten man, and just saying that I'm going through a new setup here and just wanted to do a test run for Easter. Still can hear me? Excellent. You guys are the bestest. Just deciding to do a test run drawing, and I was trying to explain before I failed that I'm trying to get better at like quicker sketches. I've seen some folks on the internet. Oh, thank you. Hello, Elsa Bear. Oh, all the gang's all here. Hail, Tabitha. You sound great, doll. Oh, thank you. I did a little better on this foot. This one, not so much. But I'm trying to get better at sketching, like quickly sketching out the idea so that you can get faster to the process of fleshing the product out and then going into the coloring. So a lot of times my streams that I do with my friends, my art colleagues, that is a lot of stress, but it's super fun. Unfortunately, guys, with my new setup and everything like that, and all the stuff that's taking place, will not be having an art party this month. I know. So I'm going to try to do my best to provide some artwork for you because I've been a little bit on hiatus, but this foot is weird. Like, is this normal? Do chicken feet look like this? I don't know. I don't pay attention. But no art party this month. But I plan to come back next month with more guests and lots of fun. All right, we got kind of these ears aren't quite as cute as I'd hoped they would be, but we can change that. Right, it's just the sketch. And then we want the face. So I'm not good at, I feel like this head is too high. Maybe we'll make it. No, it's not supposed to be wearing a headband. It's supposed to be a chicken bunny hybrid, if you can't tell. I want to try to make it look as good as I can. So I'm thinking that it would need, I don't know, would a bunny nose work or should we go for the beak? I have not had a lot of time to draw, and I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. You guys possibly know if there's other artists out there, but if you haven't, or whatever your calling in life is, if you haven't done it in a while, dear God, this is a terrible beak. If you haven't done it in a while, you can like feel it in your soul, right? And I was like, I need to get back to doing this. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you. That makes me feel very special. I was a little disappointed every time I came on YouTube and there was no Tabitha. I know, I know. She has been thinking about all of you a lot. Don't think I haven't. I totally have. But you guys know, life gets in the way and you try to keep up with stuff and then you realize, okay, what is my priority? And sometimes you just have to take a little break to what's the word I'm looking for? Reassess what's going on. I don't think this mouth is big enough for this face. Maybe this face needs to be a little wider. Or maybe this needs to be a little shorter. He does look like he's wearing a hat. I don't want that. I don't want that. So much for fast sketching. So much for fast sketching, but this would give me an opportunity to have the bigger ears. Everything happens for a reason, and I kinda wonder, because this is supposed to be a weird creature. A weird creature. Let's see. It's looking like a frog or something. I don't know. We're gonna make it work. Nowhere does it say that it can't be we've created some weird stuff, like I said before. So there's nowhere that says this can't be like a frog, like an Easter frog bunny chicken creature. In fact, I'm kind of liking the weird, weird, weird head. I'm digging it. That wasn't part of my plan. I wanted him to be a little cute, but it seems like I kind of go navigating towards the ridiculous, the weird, um, maybe even the little ugly, a little bit of ugly. Why not? I saw you were live. Gotta run, but I want to wish you happy Resurrection Sunday, Tabitha. Thank you, Pirate Bob. He lives. Also, he does live. I saw something on Twitter where I guess there's this trend going around about Christ is King, and I'm not exactly sure what that's all about. I mean, it's true, but it's like, why is it suddenly like we know there's people that don't believe in Christ, but why does that seem like a weird controversial trend? I don't understand. If you're concerned about what your priority is, no worries. Just know that it's me. Ah, I see. Of course. That's why I'm back. I was like, I have to get back here. I have to get back here. Eat lots of candy. Maybe this is like the origins of the peep. Like a spongy peep. I like this. Okay. He's a little weird. I like it. I like it. Okay. We're making a creepy Easter bunny. That's why I left Twitter. People are weird. It's true. It's a mm, sop, Sayep. Am I saying that right? Sop, Sayep. There's no P there. It's a trap, is what I suspect. This reminds me. I'm starting to get the idea that this reminds me of Once Upon a Forest. I don't know if you guys ever saw that, but that's what this kind of reminds me of. Okay. And I was also going to test and see because if you've been around here for a little while, you'll know that I'm now a professional when it comes to watercoloring. Because I had one lesson with my friend Maria. And so I kid, of course. This is not very good for, let's see. And so I was going to give it a try in our book to see if that works for our little crazy creature here. It's Lady Marine saying hi. Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. It's Thursday, right? Remember when I used to go live on Thursdays regularly? Remember when that was a thing on this channel? maybe we'll see that happen again. I don't know how to spell Sayap, but there's a P in there somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna guess that it's one of those, strange Latin words in the beginning, right? Isn't it upside? I can't. That's like compartmentalize. Is that a word? I always have a hard time with that one. Compartment. That's why it's not for women. Okay. All right. One foot's a little shorter than the other, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that. All right. And then I think it'd be cute if his backside went a little bit more like this. I mean, so guys, like I said, I am creating a Easter bunny chicken hybrid. But as you know, on this channel, and when it comes to our book, I am more than happy to have your input on how to create this character. So oh dear me, I skipped a lot of pages. We're gonna need to fill these. This was our last creature here. If you guys remember the Lumentera, the sea star, also known as Lenny, but he doesn't like to be called that. His real name is Leonard. I'm not sure why I skipped all these pages, but I guess we'll just have to come back and fill them. If you guys have any ideas of what else we could mix with this creature, please let me know. What's another Easter creature besides the Easter bunny and chicks? Let's see what kind of eyes we can get. They have kind of big eyes, right? Maybe we'll make them soulless. Uh, Something with a cool tail. Oh, do you think it should have something? I don't know. I mean, even if it had an Easter bunny tail, you couldn't really see it. So it would have to be something long. A chick, says Emily. Right. Well, he is already, we can tell. And yet again, we're doing another male for whatever reason. Apparently, I have a fondness for males. I guess that's a good thing. But what even is it? We should give it horns. Do you think we should give it horns? Like, should get horns. These wings are atrocious too. What even is this? Let's see. Hugs to you all. Nick Brown, afternoon. Are you in the future? Because this evening here, welcome. We are trying to create a horrendous. I think that'd be great. Like, Easter is all about the cuteness. What if we made it about the horrendous? And maybe we made it a little ugly. A chickalope. I love it. A chickalope. But it has to have horns if it's a chickabun. I no, I don't know which one to pick. I do like a chickalope, but chickabun got me fun laughing. What kind of horns? I don't know. I was thinking like if I could swing it since I was attempting to do this fast post haste. Like I don't think that's going to happen. Um, I was thinking like Maleficent kind of horns. I mean, we could give him little ones, little Darth Maul horns, but I don't think that would be the same. I was thinking, you know what? Let's go wild. Like, let's go wild with it. So, what about, or should we just give him one horn? A unichicalope? A unibun? No, let's see. All right. Let's let's give him the little things that horns come out of. And let's see, I gotta envision it. Wow, that's not at all where I was hoping this would go. Yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Remember the jackalope. Yes, I need Flemeth horns. Let's have a look. I did that really dark. But I mean, hey, John. You were literally typing a unichicalope when you said we can thank Lady Marine for this atrocity. Um, let's see. What are what are we drawing? Okay, so then we have to go back. Oh, nope. I'm doing it the wrong way. Doing mirrored stuff is always right. We're going this way. We go out, come in, and out. Perspective drawing, not my strong suit. But we're giving it a shot. So that's terrible. That is a terrible, terrible job. I'm not mad about it, but I'm not happy about it. But this was again, was meant to be just like a really fast kind of stream sketch. But perhaps this chick can use antlers. Yeah, I was going for the but he's kind of well, you guys are having he's kind of to the side, isn't he? He's a little cattywampus there. All right. What about maybe I should Google some types of horns. What about, like a goat horn? I kinda like these long ones, to be honest. Of course, we usually come up with a story. Maybe these unichickalopes, of course, he's not a unit anymore, never mind. Maybe these chickalopes, elk or deer style antlers. Yeah, we should. All right, we got this one. This is wrong, but we'll figure that out later. So we got this one, kind of a short. It really needs to go the other way, this way. Kind of bend that way a little bit. So we got that one. And then you guys were saying like antlers. 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 Let me say it one more time for the people in the back. Antlers. They kind of let me go back to my they kind of come in, come down, go in. I mean, they do have a rhyme and a reason. All right, maybe we'll just start with the main one and build off of it. Don't judge me too harshly. He has a tree growing out of his head. I'm not the best at horns and antlers, obviously. Feet, horns, antlers. Maybe we should stick with a unilope, a unijackal. What is it called? A unichicalope. And now I've messed up his ears, and I don't remember how it went. Give it a moose rack. That way, when it walks, it falls forward onto its face. Okay. We'll fix this. We'll fix it. Okay. All right. I have to turn to the internet. I must. Moose. Let's see. Moose antlers. Oh, I don't want to buy them. Weird. All right, here we go. Wow. All right. There's a bloody one too. That's fun. Does it fly? I don't think we want this to fly. I think these are aggressive, is what I like to believe. I like to believe this is an aggressive creature. He will come at you, he will cut you. And maybe it's kind of like a chihuahua where it thinks that it's bigger than it really is. Hey, psychotic mongoose. Let's see, man, it's not nice looking at antlers that are covered in blood. Wow. All I did was type in moose. They're so big. Okay, so they're like poor guy. He's got these giant ears. Now we're giving him moose antlers. They look really intricate. I don't know if should we put them on the side of his head? What if just one moose antler in the middle? Okay. There wait. I don't know that, so I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think that the moose antlers will work because of his ears. But I am noticing that they give me some options over here of different kind of antlers. What they all belong to, I'm not entirely sure, but maybe ox. I know it's a little bit complicated, but let's see. What about some ox horns? What do we think about? I mean, they're like pretty much little devil horns, but I think that suits this little chickalope. Ooh, you were kidding? Oh, Well, look, you can't suggest something crazy on streams like this. You know what's gonna happen. We're gonna have to try it. You can't just be spitting stuff out. All right, well, now he's got a unicorn. Ooh, but he looks dangerous. I mean, like, I wouldn't want to meet him. Man, this went from really, like, cute and fun to sinister and a heartbeat. I'm here for it, though. I like it. We come back with a vengeance on this channel. That's right. What do we think? What are our thoughts? Give me some input. I want to know. Are they too wide? Although bulky seems to be really great just because of the fact there goes Easter. Um, bulky seems to do oops. I think well because it's absurd and abstract. Kind of wonder if we need to change the feet though now. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna. He does look kind of happy, though, doesn't he? I'm not do too much coloring because I was gonna. Well, now I've just made him evil. Duly noted. I wouldn't change those at all. Okay, we like. We like. Okay, I think we found our chickalope, our dreaded. he looks so. He looks so mean. Guys, what did we do? He looks horrible. Um. Okay, somebody said something about a tail. A tail. Long tails. Long. Oops, let's search the internet for some references. Some animals with long tails. He is cute, but like sadistically so, is he not? Oh, look at these little rat tails. What in the freak is this? What is that? It's a bird. Oh, we could give him pheasant tails. They're nice and long. If you put a blood on an antler, then that will explain why it looks happy. He looks fine without the tail. Okay. Okay. Can always have the little peacock. But you're right. Maybe simple is better for this creature. I almost feel like the tail would balance him out though because he's so top heavy. But that might be where the bigger feet come in. So it was interesting. I was looking at some ducks the other day and I was watching how they walk, right? They kind of waddle. And it's amazing like how short their legs are, right? And how they lift them up to I don't know. I just maybe God let me see that for a reason. So let's try some different feet here. But I don't know what. He needs something bigger. He needs some clod hoppers is what he needs, So, maybe we'll give him the duck feet, but like I don't know what I'm doing. I honestly I think because I have more of a this is a huge foot easier time with like um dragons. That's kind of like where my go-to. Wow. This is an ugly foot. And it's huge. Yeah. That didn't turn out quite like I hoped it would, but maybe that's the point. Eagle-like feet. Yeah, maybe that's what we should do. I was trying to do like sinister duck feet. That's not working. All right, time to type in eagle feet. You guys are having amazing ideas this evening. I appreciate it. Oh, these might be a little easier, maybe, kind of. Time to sharpen the pencil. that didn't do what I hoped it would do. Guess what I started doing, guys? You ever heard of free skates? Because I started free skating and I'm really enjoying it. Not that I'm getting very far and have accomplished a lot, but what little I have accomplished, I'm really, really enjoying. So they're basically um, make basically um, mini skateboards, but with almost like skateboard wheel. Well, okay, they're almost like they're only about this big, and they have wider, almost skateboard like, but wider wheels, just two on each one, so that you can move your legs independently. So it's almost like if you would combine rollerblading and skateboarding. So I got those because I don't really like to skateboard. I love to rollerblade though. Love it. But the problem is that with rollerblading, they're so cumbersome, right? You have to carry them, you have to wear your shoes, take your shoes off, make sure you wear the right socks. It takes forever to get them adjusted. And so I was trying to look for a new solution to my first world problem. And I happened to see on YouTube free skates. And it's super fun, but it is quite the learning curve. I've been rollerblading for years. And so the fact that this isn't going forward, you have to look to the side to go forward, throws me off. But because I can move my feet independently, it makes me a lot happier. All right. Let's see. We have a back talon, like rapper claws. A sharp and go up like this. But yeah, they're super, super cool. And so I've been watching tutorials on YouTube to get better, to figure it out, because with it being such a, I'm doing this backwards. Son of a biscuit whisker. Wrong foot. Still think I'm doing this wrong. Maybe we'll just kind of flow with the feet here. Like we're gonna pretend like we know and enjoy what we see. I don't know how to. Three. I think he's only gonna get three toes. Like that's it. That's all that this god over here for this world is gonna create. It's three. That's all you getting. Okay. Nice sharp dark edge. Just have it standing in water. That way you can't see the feet. Oh, how about just one leg? We'll just make it. You're right. That would have been a solution. Or put a bunch of grass. Oh, a bunch of grass because it's Easter. Oh well, it's too late. It's too late. I mean, it's never too late, but it's too late. It's over. It's over. It's done with. I just don't I'm gonna have to work on some bird feet here. Like this is embarrassing. I mean, it's not it shouldn't be embarrassing because I never draw bird feet, but like dear heavens. I mean, this is not really something they taught us in drawing class, but still. I wanted to look angry, aggressive, very mean. So we have our feet. The feet are looking better. Yeah, they get the point across, right? All right. So now I think I wish that I could do the feathers a little nicer, but I think we're just gonna kind of go with a cartoon look here. And then I'm just gonna darken some edges. Wow, our little demon chicken is so cool, guys. Our little chickalope. Chickalope monstrosity. I'm glad to be back at it with you guys. This has been fun. I know we're not done yet, but like Thank you guys for popping by, and thank you for all the encouragement and nice words. Like, it's, when you disappear from the channel, from YouTube for a while, from any kind of form of social media, you tend to be afraid that it's gonna, like, nobody's gonna show up. Like, when you try to come back and you're like, sometimes you just can't help it. Sometimes you can't go live all of the time or keep your regular schedule because life happens. Life gets in the way. And like we were talking about before, there are priorities. You have to reassess. And it's like, at the end of the day, while I think all of you guys are great and I've missed hanging out, it's like, okay, but I have friends and family in the real world that need me. And you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. But here we go. I hear like a child screaming outside. I'm wondering if they're okay. And if they're not okay, well, it's not my problem. Like we said, priorities. And they ain't mine, but they need to stop. And now somebody's singing outside. Somebody's having a good and a bad day. My goodness. Hey, All right. Wow, this guy's cool. Does this creature lay eggs or does it offspring just pop out? Oh, okay, I have a crazy idea. You guys ready for it? It's gonna be gross. I don't think you're ready for this, but it just popped into my head, and I think that this would be the kind of creature that if they were to birth their offspring, it would be in this fashion. Yeah. All right, hold on to your ears. I think that this type of creature vomits its offspring. I said it. I said it. I think that this would be the kind of creature that's what they do. Is that gross? Is that disgusting? Is that weird? Of course it is. Of course it guys, you guys remember ratworm stew and all of that nastiness? That's what we do here. All right? It doesn't have to be all roses and sunshine here. You know it. I think this creature vomits up its offspring. Life is sucky at the moment, but we will make it. I'm sorry to hear that, Lady Marine. It's true. Life has its weird ups and its downs, and we all try to figure out how to bounce back, bounce through it. Thank God for Jesus. I'm not saying that just because it's almost Easter. I mean, try to mean that every day. Thank God for Jesus. Um, There's an old song that says, I could not do without him, oh blessed Savior dear. And while my eyes were holden, meaning basically that uh, your eye, from what I understand, like when your eyes are dimming in death, I know that thou art near. How dreary and how lonely this changing life would be without the sweet communion, the blessed, let's see, the blessed communion, I think. Without the blessed communion, peace with thee, something like that. Very old song. And I love that it's just so relevant. How dreary, how lonely in this changing life, because there's always something new being thrown at you. How dreary and how lonely this changeful life would be without the sweet communion, the sweet resting in thee. That's what it was. Like a hairball? Yep, you got it. You can't get it wet or feed it after midnight. Probably. Probably. I thought you would say there's no going back from this. That's right. It is what it is. We have decided that we have decided um on this for this Christian holiday to make an evil, sadistic, nasty, adorable creature. Yes, I don't know what I would do without him either. I'm so glad to hear that you have him because it's interesting in life how I start to understand that more and more as I meet more people, hear their stories, and have my own life experiences, that when Jesus promised us that there would be trouble and trials and not trajectories, but there would be trajectories, tribulations and stuff like that. Like he was real with us. I start to understand more and more that Jesus didn't sugarcoat things. Even though he was what I would say he was a sweetheart, he loved everybody, he wanted what's best for them, but he's like, "I'm gonna let you know, life is gonna be hard. The difference is, are you gonna do it alone?" Right? Are you gonna face those hard times alone? Because he did. He basically told the disciples, "Hey, come follow me. Pick up your cross, follow me. Life is gonna suck, but in my with me, you will have peace." Thank God for Jesus. I was thinking that its released fecal matter would just mutate into this creature. No, okay, come on, that's gross. Come on now, we don't do that here. I'm just kidding. Totally feasible in this world, but I kind of like the idea that it throws up its offspring. Hi, Timothy. Welcome, welcome. We're creating a monstrosity of a character, and it's Brett. Hello, hello. Tribulations, exactly. Yeah, trajectory, tribulation. It's all the same thing. You sent me something on Twitter. Enjoy. Okay, I'll have to look at that later. Right now, we are in the process of getting this done. So, but thank you. I think, hopefully, you never know. Never know what people send on Twitter these days, right? Um, okay. So I think he's pretty cool. All right. Now I think we're good with what we have. Now we're going to step it up and take a swig of water. And I'm going to try on this paper. I've never tried to really properly color this except with coloring pencils. No kind of wet medium. So you can see here, I've got my little handy dandy. My brother gave me this. It's a travel watering color set. And so I'm going to try to attempt what my friend Maria taught me on watercoloring. That was a very crazy episode. If you did not catch me live with Maria teaching me how to watercolor, you're going to want to watch that because it was intense the first 20 minutes. I'm talking crazy. I just had to do one worse than your vomit. You did. It is nothing crazy, just an ad for my comic book. Oh, well, congratulations on your comic book. All right. I kind of wanted to keep this traditional colored, right? In a way, I'd like to break. Oh, I'm already breaking the rules that Maria taught me. All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. So we're supposed to, according to Maria, she's the expert, we are supposed to wet the portions. This already has color in it because I broke the rules, so I'm trying to backtrack from that. We are meant to wet the portions that we wish to color in the future. So I don't know how well that's going to do on paper like this. So far, it's not penetrating to the other side. I suppose that's good. What color? So this is something of an Easter character. What color should we make the horns? So I'm like I said, I'm going to try to keep the body and everything pretty much traditional baby chick kind of colors, right? But we want to have some fun. I mean, Easter is a very colorful holiday. So let's just start with the head. It's doing okay. What are we painting tonight? This is, thanks to Lady Marine's creativity, this is a chickalope. Yes, it's an evil chickalope. All right, let's see here. All right, so we got all this damp and ready. Now I'm going to add color. I think that's what, if I remember, that's what she told me to do. Can always do the brown horns, but with color ribbon twisted up in them. Okay, I'm not that good with watercolor. I don't, this paper's not meant for this, but we're going to give it a try. I was thinking maybe like even chickalopes can enjoy Easter. That's the gospel truth right there. I was thinking that maybe the horns could be like a purplish color, potentially. Wow, this is there. I don't think there's going to be any blending for this. I don't know. I'm not. That's okay. Maybe we don't want blending. Here we go. I just wanted to try to do some fast coloring. I'm just gonna break all of Maria's rules. Shh, don't tell her. Nobody go and tag her on Twitter or anything. Um, and, see where this goes because the paper is not it's not the right paper. But I'm okay with that, right? Like, it's not bad. McChickalope nugget? My goodness, that sounds fancy, doesn't it? Okay, I think that I wanna give it the idea that it has some chest hair, like this stuff in here, so I'll leave that, um, white. Okay, let's water this down a little bit. It's been a hot minute since I oh my goodness, it's been a hot minute since I've painted anything either. I'm trying to get back at it, guys. It's been your girl been on this struggle bus of artwork lately. Um, it's very strange phenomena. I'm sure Miss Lady Marine has experienced this as well. It's like when you haven't created for a while, you are desperately in need of creating something. But then it's like when you finally have the time, you don't know what to do. You're a little bit overwhelmed. And so then you don't, and you're just like habitually discouraged. Does it make sense? Of course not. We're artists. We don't have to make sense. We're eccentric. Okay. All right. What do we think? I think yellow was a good. It's like a new light beer. I think Chickalope light. I think that no, this is not a homemade sketchbook, although it looks like it. This was sent to be my one of my subscribers. If you go on my Amazon wish list, I have other cool things kind of like this, and they were very sweet. Which I am so apologetic to one of my other subscribers. They sent me something last year and I didn't get it until recently. It got misplaced, and I am so sorry for that. I don't know that they want me to reveal who they were, but they got me this awesome I'll have to post it in the community chat. They got me this awesome Stargate. If you've been around for a while, you see me stream on other people's channels. I got this awesome Stargate he kind of looks like Pikachu. Stargate sticker that says there's no place like, and then it has the coordinates for Earth, no place like home. And then they also sent me from my wish list, they sent me new graphite pencils. I can't wait to use them because, we can never have enough. All right, I'm going to start mixing some orange, I think, in here and see what that looks like. Oh, it's not so bad. I like it. I like it. It looks cute and evil. I like it. You're trying to paint right now. Yeah, you know it. It's rough. Congratulations to you. I need to get back into painting. I have some character crossovers that I really want to get back into, and it's been a struggle. All right, let's try to make a grayish purple color here. Breaking all of Maria's rules. I like it. All right, let's get a little darker. I'm also learning new techniques for um, coloring, shading, highlighting, all the cool things. My genies have taught me a lot, and no, that's not a weird reference. If you've been hanging around and when you saw me go live a while ago, I've been doing digital artwork and I painted some genies and or I did digital paint genies and I learned a lot with that style and I'm learning new styles, trying to expand. I have been reading this book um, called Nine Things That Successful People Do Differently. And I tell you, it is a game changer. And so I find that I could implement it in like pretty much all of my different walks of life. And I can't wait to try it with my artwork. In fact, I have. All right. So, one of the principles, I'll share that with you now, is that, and I'm going to just summarize, right? Is that the story of my life is that I've often lived under this idea. maybe some of you have too, that we are all born with a sort of certain set of like skills. Is that the kind of thing? I don't know. Well, which is true. We all have a certain talents. Let me put it this way. Wow, those are some really pink ears. We all have a set of talents that we each make us individual and unique, right? But just because you might have a talent for something doesn't mean that you can't learn things that are outside of your wheelhouse, right? And so we tend to limit ourselves. Hey, Megatron, good to see you. Um, so, like for example, like many people, I struggle with what you guys are saying, red eyes. Red eyes, or should I just give it black eyes? I was thinking soulless black, but let's give it some red. Let's see what happens. Ooh, wow, that's sinister. But yeah, like many people, I may have messed this up. I'm not good at math, and so because I'm not naturally gifted with numbers, I tend to think that I just could never be good at math because I'm just not good at math, right? But then in my college years, when I finally decided to overcome my fear, I learned that that is true. I'm not good at math, but that doesn't mean I can't learn math, right? Um, which I did, and I soared with flying colors through that class because I worked hard and I studied. Now, I don't really remember a lot of whatever it is that I learned, but what I do remember is that I did it and that I could do it if I applied myself. And so, like, for example, I'm not gifted in business, right? Even though I have my own small business with my Etsy store and selling my art online and everything like that, I'm not naturally a person who is enthralled and enchanted and gifted with numbers, but that doesn't mean I can't learn. Just because you're not good at something doesn't mean you can't learn. And that's what I'm applying with like my free skates, right? I'm really I wouldn't say I'm gifted with my free skates, but I can learn, and that's what I'm doing. So successful people give themselves the opportunity to be bad at things in order to get better at them. And it's like that takes a lot of stress off of your life if you're willing to be bad at something so that you can get good at it, if that makes sense. Sounds kind of crazy, I know, but it's like, yeah, kind of makes sense. Ooh, all right, we're just kind of finagling on this. I'm kind of messing it up, but I just this feels so good to get back into this and just give it a try. Willing to be bad at something so I can get better. That's what we'll say it is. You know, it's like that's the new happy accident. It's the new happy accident. Now he's got pink eye. The parable of the talents fits your explanation. Yeah, you're so right. I never thought about that. Forgotten man. You're so right. Now, normally I'm not an outlining kind of person, but I've decided that today we's gonna do it. We're gonna try it. We might mess it up, but we're gonna give it a try and try different uh widths. And then somebody can go tell Maria, hey, look what Tabitha did. I like him though. What's his oh, I messed up a little bit. What's his name? We haven't come up with a name for him, our little Chickalope. He needs a name. What kind of evilness should we give this atrocity? Here. There would be his little tuft. I like it. What should his name be? Oh, 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 it's bleeding. It's bleeding. Too much water. It's bleeding. Somebody save him. I guess we're gonna go very sinister today. Oh my word. But, you know, that's what also I learned with my watercoloring with Maria. Like, I struggled. I don't really do watercolor because it's hard for me to understand. And it's still not necessarily my medium of choice, but, you know, this kind of goes along with that saying, you never, that your mom always talks about, that's so annoying. You never know unless you try, which is true. And here I am, killing it with the watercolor. Am I right? Sort of. Sort of. But then comes the different styles, and I don't mind this a little bit freer. Man, this is an evil bird, guys. He's gonna haunt us in our sleep tonight. Hey, Retro Collective. Hello, hello. John Thomas, I missed the that is so, so sweet. Thank you. Gotta play the fool before you can become the master. Ooh, that's rough. That takes us down from our pride for sure. Chirpy, Bucky, Bugs, Barry. Oh, you guys know I love me a good standard, old-fashioned, standard American name for my weird creatures. I tried blowing on the art, but it wasn't working, so it's just gonna have to bleed a little. Yeah, he's just gonna have to bleed. He looks like a bleeder. Barry? should, should we name this guy? Well, the other guy was Lenny. Does this look like a Barry to you guys? What are your thoughts? What are we thinking? Is he a Barry? Give Barry some grass. Or should we have a different name? Barry Larry? Barry. Bugsy. Fernando. No, we already have a Fernando. Fernando was. Where is he at? He's in here somewhere. Where is he at? There it is. Fernando. I need to try to color him. I know exactly how I want him to look. Chapeep. Oh, Mr. Tibbs. Oh, that's so cute. Chuck Cluck. Man, you guys are killing it with the names today. They're so good. I do like Mr. Tibbs. It's like this guy. I demand respect. And he's like, this big. Mr. Tibbs. Barry Tibbs. Or just Mr. Tibbs. I feel like I need to make the grass a little darker. I love him so much. Guys, you have made this evening wonderful because I just was going to go on here and just test things out, see how it was. And we obviously saw how I failed miserably because I uh, don't understand things. But you know what? That goes right along with our little lesson, though. Be the fool, and you never know what's going to happen because I had my thing muted or whatever the case was. We don't really have a story for Mr. Tibbs. I guess we're gonna wait. Mr. Bigglesworth. They call me Mr. Tibbs. Biddy. Well, you know what? I think if he has a wife or a girlfriend, that would be her name, Biddy. In the South, you can be an old biddy, and that actually fits perfectly. So I kind of like, guys. I think I'm gonna have to settle for Mr. Tibbs. I'm gonna write it in blood. Not really, but metaphorically, we are going to call him Mr. Tibbs. I'll let you guys decide amongst yourselves what his first name is, but we shall call him Mr. Mr. Tibbs. And then I don't think it's gonna. Oh, wait, I forgot the most important part, the blood. Oh, let's make it look a little. There you go. Fred, hey, Dushkin, and John. Mr. Tibbs. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I have to write down. Let's see. Oh, I need my pencil. Mr. Tibbs. Okay, so while we start slowing things down, we need a little. I love him. Now I want to make a sticker out of him. We need to make a story really quickly. I say really quickly. I mean, that was an hour ago. Oops. He will forever speak with a Caribbean accent. Make sure to tib your barber. This would be known as a chickalope. A chickalope. A furious and aggressive. I don't know if I'm spelling this right. It's okay. It's my book. It doesn't matter. A furious and aggressive creature boasting horns, feathers, and fur. Boasting horns, feathers, and fur. Known to produce its offspring by vomiting it up. Well, what else? What else? What else do we know about Mr. Tibbs, the chickalope? Is this a magical creature? You know, some of our creatures are somewhat magical. I don't know if he is. A disarmingly cute, dangerous. I like that. Disarmingly cute. I'll put that in little disarmingly cute. Let's see. It attacks you. I think it'd be great if this is a type of creature that tries to like attack you, but because he's so top heavy, he just venomous. Oh. I'd like it if he's going to be venomous, I think it totally needs to be in some obscure kind of way. Like he thinks that he's doing something to you, but it's not. It's still producing the venom. Like maybe I don't know. I was thinking and his tears, maybe But like if he's going to be venomous, how is he going to be venomous? Is it like through his horns? Is it through like does he cry venom? Um Maybe that's why he's so angry all the time. Does he spit it out? Does he claw them with his talons? He lays Easter eggs. Poisonous Easter eggs. I feel like since he has red eyes, there needs to be something there. What if you know how in science, there are certain type of rays that affect things differently. So, like for example, when you go to an esthetician, sometimes they'll give you these masks, right? Like these, or they have these wands that have different kind of colors. I guess because they're producing some kind of ray, UV ray or whatever I don't know what all the words are. And so that affects um something, right? So, you know how the Superman has X-ray vision, but what if the creature kind of like on the idea of venom, but maybe through different spectrum of light with his eyes. He can kind of shoot something out sort of that affects things through spectrum. I don't know. I don't know enough about the sciences to figure it out. But I like the idea of like it's almost like alternative venom. Comes through his eyes because they're red and or maybe he sheds tears. The reason that his eggs, the reason that his eyes are always red is because they're filled with venom and that they have to cry consistently as a cleansing because if too much builds up in their eyes, they could go blind, which is another reason why they're so aggressive. They're looking for a fight so that they can get rid of their venom, even though they can't technically do anything with it, but it's just their way. Thoughts? Thoughts? I mean, it sounds plausible in a crazy magical world. Maybe a light that makes people itchy. Yeah. Hmm. Or what a light that well, what I like the idea of the light doing something. What if their eyes or again with that, what if they leave residue that's like a venomous residue that when light hits it and it be or they leave a residue that when light hits it, it becomes venomous. And so people have to watch if they're in their because they're a very territorial creature. Um, you could die in their territory without them even being near you. Something like that. I like kind of like that. That kind of works. All right, we're gonna write it down. Let's see. Let's see. They produce a substance through they produce a substance through their eyes that when too full leaks when the sunlight interacts with it. Mm. When the sunlight interacts with it, let's see, it causes a reaction, a chemical reaction, turning the eye goo into a toxin or a venom. When one, which is spelled with an O, not with a W or a J. Tabitha, get it together. You're a native English speaker. When one comes into contact, it can be fatal. Chickalopes are highly territorial. Ta-da! Venomous vomit after its eggs are vomited for protecting its offspring. That's a good idea too. Yes, like hogweed or jellyfish. UV light makes them hurt. Interesting. Flashes to steam in sunlight. Maybe the venom explodes out of the egg upon poking or touching the eggs as a defense mechanism. Yeah. I like this is great ideas. Okay, so let's see how we're the venom. Also, side note. Also, the offspring slash eggs are coated with the toxin as a well, I spelled that wrong again. English, Tabitha, you're an American. as a what was I writing? As eggs are coated with the toxin as a defense mechanism against predators. Ah, exclamation point in dark lines. I like it. We have completed our little journey here with Mr. Tibbs, our chick-a-lope. Thank you all for coming on this journey with me for our quick sketch. What do you guys think? Do you like my lighting too? The little ambiance there. I can actually change it. So if we ever want to get really sinister, I should just keep the lights like this. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. Thanks so much for hanging out, guys, and making me feel very special, um, for wanting me to come back. But I've enjoyed this time, and the paper did pretty good. Excuse me, with the watercolor. So I probably better than with marker because the marker might tear it up, whereas the bristles are softer. I think I could do this in the future with some of my other characters wherever they are, and like coloring them would be really fun to do because the only other character that we ever colored was what was his name? Destian, the wayward wandering pilgrim, who is a Volan. So, not a fairy. And I like the way that the pencil looks on this. It blends really nicely. But this is super fun. If I could just get better at watercoloring, if I'm willing to risk being bad so that I can get better. Mr. Tibbs, that's right, is not one to mess with. Hugs back to you, Lady Marine, and Elsa Barrett. You are very welcome. Hope you get super chat. I'm working on that. I appreciate that. That's so sweet. I am working on it. I'm going to work very hard the rest of this year to produce things that will help me get those watch time hours because YouTube's been a killer with trying to get that. And, with everything changing and not really sure where things are going and how to catch that algorithm and whatnot, it makes it very hard, especially as artists, to be true to oneself, but also try to stay in the game. And that's another thing that I'm learning in this book is that I am not good with trends and algorithms and whatnot. So I need to figure out how to, just because I don't like to or don't want to or don't know how, I can do the research. If I really want to put the work in, I could. So I'm going to. And then at the same time, I'm going to be having some special guests coming back on the channel. We are going to be starting. I know I keep saying that, but that's because it's all been in the talks. And then I had stuff happen that I had to take care of. But I'm going to be having some really cool guests coming up on the channel soon. I just have to finish their paintings and send it to them. And then we're going to bring back teaching YouTubers how to paint. And then I also have in the works something different and something I'm really excited about and really fun art challenges this summer. So subscribe if you're new here and hit the like button if you haven't already. And I just want to say once again, thank you everybody so much for hanging out with little old me. Have a great rest of the evening. And if I don't see you this weekend, have a wonderful, happy Easter.